Hello and welcome to today's episode of Wo bin ich zu Hause, meine Heimat für Fremde. Simply put, where do I call home? My home country for foreigners. How much should it cost?
When is your birthday? When is your birthday?
There's something I've been thinking about, and it's actually the fact that as children, nobody ever asked us, who do you want your mommy and daddy to be? Do you want them to be Igbo? Do you want them to be Yoruba? Do you want your mommy to be a doctor, your daddy an engineer? Do you want them to be rich? Do you want them to be famous? Do you want them to be known? Nobody asked you any of these things. You were just born into that family and you got to know who your family is. But then it's really very interesting to note that some of these things in Nigeria actually has an impact on whether you will get access to education or not. And I'm a strong believer that education should be free for children.
Who here is very good in spelling? So we have a couple of people who are good in spelling. So come around. This is what we are going to do for all our... No, not everybody. Okay, we have 10 people. That's enough. I'm going to pick 10 people. 10 people is enough. So we are going to play this game. All the ones that are good in spelling. This game is called Scrabble. That means you will get some alphabets and you have to spell a word from the alphabet you get. You have to try and spell a word, okay? So we will do something. Okay.
Because if we're talking about nursery and primary education, it is the basis. It is a program where children learn to read and write, to speak out for themselves, to gain knowledge. And I am a very strong believer that knowledge changes the way we interact with problems and issues and the way we go about our everyday lives. So it should be free for everyone. It should not be a question of if your parents could afford it or not. Which is why I was so excited to find out about Enyiduru. It's a project that started in 1996. It was started by Father Boniface, a Catholic priest, a Nigerian Catholic priest that did his doctorate degrees in Bonn. And during this, he really said, there is a vision I want to establish. I want to be able to give my community the opportunity to be able to get an education, that their children should be able to get an education. So that's how the project started, and this school was built with the help of the Enyiduru Projekt EV, and it is supported mainly by people giving back to the community. So when I read about this, it was together with a scheme that we had at LinkedIn whilst I was working there. We got a day in a month where we could do something good, invest into the community, and it was May 2017 and it was giving back. And if you've never done this before, try it. Give back to your community. Find something where you can help. It's such a great feeling if you give back into the society that has given to you. It has way much meaning if you could, put back into someone else's life than just always taking, And so I called up the school, called up Father Boniface and said, look, I would like to do a project with the kids. And I think one of the things that I faced as a challenge is that, for example, being an IT salesperson is a field that was for a long time male dominated. And everybody needs a role model. You need someone to look up to. You need someone to ask questions. You need someone that you say, they've done it before. I want to dream about doing it like them. And so that day we did a workshop with the older kids called My Dream Job. And we looked at notable Nigerians, reputable Nigerians that have done different things in different professions, and went through it with the kids to say, hey, do you want to be a professional footballer? Do you want to be a doctor, engineer? Do you want to be a farmer? Do you want to be a cook? These are people that have established themselves in this profession. in Nigeria. Because you want a role model that is, relatable. Want them to know they can become and dream to become what they want to become. So that session was beautiful, walking with the kids from the nursery school to the big school where we had the general session, and also my cousin helped me out. We did the tie and dye session. That was really, really great.
Different chemicals and different materials for tie and dye. Of course you need materials for tie and dye. You need your dye. Things you need for tie and dye. You need your.
And there's something about this project that even goes beyond the education. They provide a meal for the children a meal a day. And some of those children, that's probably the only food they're going to eat in that. Supporting this project was for me, wow, okay, I knew that at least, even if I wasn't going to be able to do it every day, every year, I was adding something to someone's life. And it reminded me of a slogan that I picked up in England, every little helps. So if you're feeling like overwhelmed right now, like, oh my God, every letter helps, So that was my first interaction with Enyiduru. But when I decided to go traveling around Nigeria last year, I said, okay, I have a lot of games. I have a lot of board games in my apartment. I have coloring pens. I've got t-shirts from my races. And I know that these kids will use a way lot more than I would. So hold it. You guys will draw your best Christmas, anything that reminds you of Christmas, okay? You draw the thing that reminds you most of Christmas. I decided I was going to visit them and we're going to do something around sports. So we had a sports day. We're going to have 10 races for primary 5 and 6. So 5 in primary 5 in primary 6. And it was so exciting seeing them race. And the race winners got a t-shirt, the others got socks and got pencils, and it was just so cool to spend some time with the kids.
And the winner is... Okay. Oh my God. So after 2 years, I've ended up coming back here and I'm still as inspired as the first day. Why am I inspired about this? This is a project that allows Nigerian children go to school without paying a penny. It's being supported by a charity because we all know that education is key to defining what your future will be. So that's why I'm a great fan of this project. And whatever it is I can help to do to support it, I will try. And I'm really thankful for the helping and welcoming atmosphere of Father Boniface and the sisters here. And we had a good sports day. It's over. The kids were so active. I don't even know how they did it in the sun. So my cousin Nena helped out with Scrabble. We were not sure if the kids would be able to play Scrabble, but they played and they won. We had sack race and we had people drawing. So there was so much high energy. The sports teacher, I don't know her name, what's the... Clara, she was amazing, conducted I don't know how many millions of races, and the kids were so energetic. So thank you, Father Boniface, Brigitte, for letting me come here. Thank you to the whole school. Thank you, Nana, for your time. If you ever have the ability, support courses like this, because they determine the future of Nigeria tomorrow. They're building the future leaders and citizens of Nigeria. And if we can give them hope, if we can give them something to believe in, then we're doing our bit. We must not be in government to do our bit. We can do it little by little. Okay, thanks for joining me.